Good day everyone. In this video, I will discuss the mixed pricing or semi-a la carte. So, the consumer is given a set price menu with the option of changing some courses for an additional fee per person with this menu pricing model. Customers can customize their menus in this way, modifying the per person price to fit their budget. So, ang mixed pricing or semi-a la carte is a pricing strategy used in restaurant where a set menu is offered at a fixed price, but customers have the option to customize or substitute certain courses for an additional fee. This approach allows diners to start with a base menu that includes a selection of courses like appetizers, main course, and dessert, and then personalize their dining experience by swapping or adding items according to their preferences. So sa picture na ay menu nga plated breakfast. So ang pilianan sa menu is na ay poached egg, Florentine, French toast Italiano, Italian scrambled egg, eggs Benedict, and Belgian waffles. So na ay mga prices diha. So ang price sa poached egg Florentine is $14.50. Then na ay plus or additional. So sa diha pwede ka mag additional mag customize sa imong breakfast, like imo siyang pwede rasad og gamay or mag nakaipapuno ay ana same rasad na sa uban. Next is individual course pricing or a la carte. A la carte menu pricing charges separate per person fee for each course item on the menu. The a la carte lunchtime meal program at the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Customers can create their own menu based on their preferences and budget. The per person pricing includes rolls and butter, as well as coffee and tea service. The program requires a minimum of 3 courses, as well as gratuity and tax, which are not included in the price. So, a la carte pricing is a menu style where each item is priced separately. Instead of paying one fixed price for an entire meal, customers pay for each dish they choose. This gives customers the own freedom to create their own meal by picking and choosing different items from the menu based on what they like and how much they want to spend. For example, if you were having lunch at Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas, you could order an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert, each with its own price. You must choose at least 3 courses, and the price you see do not include extra charges like tax and tips. So, with a la carte pricing, you're in control of what you order and how much your meal cost. Depicts the a la carte menu program at the Opryland Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, which allows visitors to create their own meal by selecting an entry from the proper lunch and dinner menu and then selecting appetizers, salad, and dessert from a separate listing. Non-price items are included in the standard menu pricing for each entry item. This approach necessitates assistance from the catering sales personnel in assisting guests in developing meals that are both appropriate and workable from a production standpoint. A menu price scheme can use both primary forms and variation at the same time, or focus on one only of them. The choice is directly related to the catering operation style and target market. So, the a la carte menu at the Opryland Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, where guests can create their own meals by choosing an entry from the main lunch or dinner menu, and then adding appetizers, salad, and desserts from a separate list. Each item is priced individually, except for some items included in the entry price. To ensure that the chosen item works well together and are practical to prepare, the hotel catering staff assists guests in making their selection. This pricing approach allows flexibility, as the hotel can either combine this a la carte style with other menu options or focus on it exclusively, depending on the needs of their guests and the style of their service. So sa picture na ay luncheon a la carte selection with 3 courses minimum, appetizers, soup, salad. Then next is appetizer, salad, and desserts. Ang ilang appetizer is na called appetizers, hot appetizers, and salad and dessert. Then sa ikatulo nga picture na ay luncheon, cold entries, and hot entries. So next is price range. Menus for catering should be limited to a price range of $12 to $15. For example, a range with a high of $45 per person and told this item to a price range. Customers must take a value price range when deciding whether to spend more per person is totally menu. By giving them a fixed price range, they can feel confident in their choice without feeling excessive or cheap. So, the price range of catering should be carefully chosen to make it easier for customers to decide on the menu. The suggest price range in this example is $12 to $15 per person. A higher price range like $45 per person or a lower range like $18 per person might be too wide and confusing for customers. By setting a clear price range, customer can feel more comfortable making a choice without worrying about spending too much or too little. Catering price methods. Catering menu prices must account for both the operational total cost and the anticipated profit. Expenditures and profits must be evaluated. As stated on page 156, in order to produce catering menu pricing that generate enough revenue to cover cost while also following for profit, the whole cost plus profit equals the selling price. Menu pricing methods and formulas are used to compute the selling price based on which factors and costs are known and which must be determined. Because of the limited menu form available in catering, only a handful of food services industries methodologies for calculating food prices are applicable. These are the methods: actual cost methods, food cost percentage methods, factor pricing, and contribution to profit methods. Ang catering pricing. To set prices for catering, businesses needs to consider both the total cost of operation and the expected profit. The goal is to charge enough to cover all costs like ingredients, labor, and overhead, and still mark a profit. Several methods are used in the industry to calculate the right price. The image lists a few common methods. Actual methods. These methods involve calculating the cost of each item by adding up all the expenses associated with producing or purchasing it. This includes raw materials, labor, overhead, and other costs. The final price is based on the total cost incurred to provide the item. Second, food cost percentage. This method calculates the selling price of a menu item based on the predetermined percentage of its food cost. For example, if the food cost of dish is $5 and the desired food cost percentage is $30, the selling price would be $5 divided $0.30 equals $16.67. This ensures that the cost of ingredients is covered while achieving the desired profit margin. Third, factor pricing. This approach uses a multiplier applied to the food cost to determine the selling price. For example, if the food cost is $5 and the factor is 3, the selling price would be $5 times 3 equals $15. The factor typically includes the cost of labor, overhead, and desired profit margin. Last is contribution to profit. These methods set the selling price based on the desired contribution margin. The contribution margin is the difference between the selling price and the variable cost, like food and labor cost. The selling price is calculated to ensure that after covering variable cost, the remaining amount contribution to fixed cost and profit. For instance, if the desired contribution margin is $7 and the variable cost is $5, the selling price would be $12.